I have awoken from my slumber. A creature roams the earth, ready to peer and gaze at things, ready to, at a moment's notice, take several months to upload a substantial video, and oh my god, I'm dropping this act. Hi guys, it's me, Sassy, your favorite residential media enthusiast, and I've got such a strange video topic to share with you guys today. So I hope it's not too obscure of a fact about me, but I really love visual novels, despite me playing very few of them. My favorite being Katawa Shoujo, and oh, don't you worry, baby, you'll get some attention from me. Don't you doubt that for a second. But that's for another day. For now, a story. So I was up late at night watching YouTube before going to bed. Now, my recommended videos are pretty fucked. Most of them revolve around Smite, Donkey, Yu-Gi-Oh, and maybe a discussion video here and there. But an odd thumbnail of a Let's Play somehow creeped in despite, well, I'm not entirely sure how it ended up there, but it showed this thing. And hey, man, I like horror. I like weird shit. Throw me to the wolves and let me fend for myself in some bizarro universe. Enter Butterfly Affection. This video will mainly be reviewing this game, but I have a related topic that I'd like to discuss afterward. To preface things, this game is pretty short. It's only about 30 minutes long if you're a quick reader and don't hover on images too long. This game is weird. One late night while walking home from what I'm assuming is your work, you spot this odd-looking creature on the sidewalk. It resembles a human, but only just barely, the rest appearing as a tentacly insect-like creature. You're immediately prompted to either bring the thing with you or just leave it there. While you've already picked it up, mind you. I'm an adventurous guy, but I wanted to see what would happen if I just left it there. Oh, well, okay then. Deciding to move forward with things, I bring it with me into my home. Hey, nobody said I was smart. It's at this point that I'd like to discuss the artwork. Everything is really good, especially for a project this small. It's easy to tell how different each part of the creature would feel based on the textures drawn on, with the tentacles appearing soft and squishy and the single arm looking tough and rigid. I'm purposely not showing anything else for now to avoid spoilers. The story isn't necessarily some grandiose world-changing narrative, but if you're as interested in this as I was from simply seeing this screenshot, then try to track down a download link somewhere. If you're still here, let's move on. I don't like the way this thing's looking at me. After bringing the monster in, you're allowed to do a few things. After observing its characteristics for the moment, your character decides to clean and feed it, as well as provide a place for it to sleep. I say decides to, although your character is allowed to not do those things, but it just ends up causing a game over for some reason. Skinship? The heck does that mean? Urban Dictionary, do your stuff. Okay. The term skinship is an Asian term used to describe the act of intimate but non-sexual touching between platonic friends. It can include holding hands, hugging, and kissing on the cheek. Huh, you learn something new every day. In this context, your character simply tries patting the creature on the head to spark some sort of reaction. Nothing really happens besides it simply staring at you the whole time. Whatever, I guess. So we clean it up, make a space for it on the couch, and feed it a banana. All the while, it's sort of just, it exists? Nevertheless, we've run out of things to do, so we end the day. Every evening, your character catalogs their thoughts on the day and what they've discovered, and you're allowed to save your progress. Alrighty, it's the next week, and ooh, I definitely don't remember it having two irises. And, well, it looks more feminine. The fuck? It appears that overnight, the thingy that we brought back has evolved beyond its frail form and, at the very least, filled out and grown healthier. I won't bore you by doing a play-by-play of every insignificant event, but this process continues as you progress the story. Our protagonist eventually names the being Agiha, which is the Japanese word for swallowtail butterfly, and what I'll be referring to her as for the remainder of the video, since coming up with synonyms of creature is pretty friggin' annoying. As Agiha grows, so does our interest and
well, fear of her. Agiha is an interesting beast, showing no real signs of aggression despite her monstrous appearance. She grows explosively, gaining new limbs and showing no signs of slowing down. Communication between us and her is stilted, as it's unclear as though Agiha can even comprehend communication or not. Feeding her different things provides no insight into her preferences, as she eats everything in the same dazed, sullen manner. Attempting to bond through skinship produces equally as vague results, as Agiha simply allows a head pat/rub without any resistance, but without showing any signs of distress or acceptance. Despite her limbs showing a reptilian or insect-like preference, her main body seems to be evolving to appear more human. Whether this is a result of her biological nature or the way that she is choosing to evolve is equally as ambiguous. Her intelligence is obviously at least above a simple animal, as she learns how to use utensils, but what goes on behind those rosy rims is a complete mystery for now. Eventually, Agiha grows to the point where it's a little jarring to not see her clothed, and our character, being the gentleman he is, takes it upon himself to give her a shirt to work with. After coming home from work, we noticed that Agiha was using the computer. Somehow she had turned it on and had used the mouse to randomly click links. Okay, no, she definitely has a higher intelligence than a common household pet. A few more new developments occur soon after. When we sit down to relax on the couch, without any coaxing, Agiha ends up cuddling up next to us on the couch, and even smiles, if ever so faintly. Additionally, we wake up one morning to find that Agiha had actually made us breakfast. It's not the best, and it's similar to things that we've made for her before. It definitely raises the question as to whether this is an honest attempt of higher intelligence cohabitation, or simply Agiha mimicking our actions. Those thoughts are definitely terrifying in their own rights, and it's at this point that we're given a choice. Lower our guard and see how things go, or proceed with being overly cautious and untrustworthy of our unorthodox companion. Any sane person would obviously be wary, so I chose that option. This turned out to be a bad idea and leads to another game over, with Agiha up and leaving, never to return. She even goes so far as to locate the camera that we've been using to document her growth and take the SD card inside. Perhaps she's smarter than we've ever dreamed of. Although why she left is a mystery right now, and it definitely made me upset since I thought it was a blanket, "you made bad decision, therefore game over for you" event. But the reason behind it is actually quite interesting. More on that later. This time, choosing the see how things go option, we find Agiha on our computer once again. However, she's no longer randomly clicking around, this time actually perusing a website that I've definitely never seen before, and she's looking at clothes. Every time she finds something that she likes, she faces our way as if asking for permission to add the item to the cart. After the clothes arrive, Agiha immediately begins using an old sewing kit to tailor the clothes to fit her unique needs. When she's done... Damn. She looks... Damn. After revealing her new outfit, Agiha gestures to the door, asking to go outside. Given that all of her eldritch horror parts are covered pretty well, we decided that it's okay to go outside with her. After a pleasant walk in the park, we sit down on the bench to cool off. After a few minutes... Ooh, Agiha moves in to kiss us. Okay, not sure how I feel about this, and neither does our character. Agiha had progressively gotten more touchy-feely over the past weeks. And while the intimacy was definitely not greatly disliked, it was definitely more than we were expecting or wanting. Probably should have tried to put up some boundaries, my guy, but hey, we've all made that mistake before. This is where things go from odd to dangerous. Agiha from now on is incredibly aggressive, going so far as to enter the character's bedroom while he's trying to sleep in order to, Yeah, we try to get her to leave, but one of her tentacles touches our neck, causing a slight pain. God, it's a little more than that. We lose all ability to resist her and succumb to her whims. It ends up just being a very deep and long kiss, but after everything's done and over with, we're more than a little terrified about what Agiha is capable of. It was never supposed to get this serious. But now we're left with another choice. Do we want this? Agiha is definitely smitten with us for whatever reason, but can we really live with such a forceful and unorthodox lover? We're given the chance to choose the next day, as Agiha once again enters our bedroom, stretching out her hand for us to accept or reject. And this is where I started to not like the game. Listen, I'm not one to shy away from beautiful anime women, especially anime women that look like cute little slug monsters. But I do not like having my boundaries broken with no regard for my feelings. I definitely felt as though the story went along a set railway, and there was no real way to deviate from what the end game would be. I'll explain what I mean in a second. So I refused Agiha's hand, my character smartly deducing that we can avoid Agiha's venom if we simply don't touch her. This refusal on our part causes Agiha to leave our bedroom, allowing us a moment to collect our thoughts. We go to document what happened when we notice an odd message written in our notebook. Love me, clearly not written by us. So many questions flood through our head. We never let Agiha know about the notebook and had actually gone out of our way to hide it. How had she found it, and when had she written the message? It was on yesterday's log, meaning that it had to have been recent. It's the first honest, legible, and physical sign of Agiha communicating with us. My character decides that now is a good time to escape. Things have gotten too serious, and I feel uneasy being in the same house as Agiha. She's clearly dangerous, and this unrequited love may lead to serious ramifications down the road. We pack light and attempt to leave. Agiha meets us at our door, where we attempt to say that we're simply leaving to clear our head with a walk. She moved out of the way, but as we pass by, she immediately shoots out a tentacle to poison us again. This variant causing us to pass out completely. Waking up only a few minutes later, we find that we're on our bed and feeling pretty damn good. Any reservations or fears that we had about everything simply float away, and Agiha is there and waiting for us with a prepared meal. Feeling overwhelmed with love for Agiha and guilt for rejecting her for so long, our character finally relents and accepts Agiha's affections. And that's the good ending. You get poisoned and forced into a relationship with a creature that may or may not be the spawn of Satan. But damn, does she look good in that dress. Okay, so I don't really like this ending, so let's try actually going back and accepting Agiha's hand. Oh my god. Oh, no. Yeah, I can't show this on YouTube. I've made a terrible mistake. Yes, that, happens. Turns out Agiha's venom isn't limited to paralysis, if you catch my drift. Afterward, you still get the diary communication scene, but this time you get to choose whether you're terrified of Agiha or not. You can instead choose to accept her love, which removes the scene of Agiha poisoning you, and nets you the good ending again. Okay, what if you accept her hand but are still scared of her? Poisoned on the bed and forced into a relationship. Okay then. So, yeah, you either get absolutely nothing out of Agiha, with her leaving you at any point where you are completely uninterested in her, or you get roped into an ultimatum with apparently no way out. I mean, she's cute though. As far as visual novels go, the artwork is fabulous. Dark and eerie with stylization in all of the right places. The music is pretty sparse, with only 2 or 3 tracks that I was able to identify, and neither of them are too memorable. The writing is very concise, although there are a few typos here and there, which is probably just a bad translation job. The story itself is a little on the lacking side, however. I feel like the ending leaves a lot to be desired, as the definitive good ending seems pretty misplaced. I never really felt as though my character loved Agiha at all until the very end, and even trying to refuse her advances leaves you locked into your fate. I mean, I get it, Agiha wants you no matter what, but I could have gone with a more grounded and mature good ending, and maybe even a gory or overtly negative bad or neutral ending. Like, you can tell me all you want that this is the good ending, but given the fact that the background that's present is literally called Poisoned in the game's files, you're not convincing me of anything. At least call it neutral and if anything. Also, the game is really short. Like, really short. I got through my first playthrough in about 20 minutes, and that was with me sitting back and taking it slow. Like I said before, there's not much variation in how the story plays out. Each day you just hit all 3 or 4 options and proceed forward. Sometimes you're allowed to end the day without doing certain things, but again, that just leads to a game over. I like my visual novels when I feel like I'm in the driver's seat, and at least feel like the character I'm playing as would do things that I would do, and Butterfly Affection doesn't really do that. Agiha, on the other hand, is really interesting. I spoke before about how odd to me that it was that showing any disinterest in Agiha causes her to immediately leave. Well, we can answer why that is simply by reading the title. Butterfly affection. Agiha is the Japanese word for swallowtail butterfly. Upon looking around on the internet, I found that butterflies tend to communicate via pheromones. I'm not like a scientist or anything, so don't take anything I say here to be 100% accurate. Showing disinterest in Agiha is significant because your true motivations are revealed to her by whatever pheromones you are secreting. So feeling distant to her is like screaming, "I don't like you," right into her face. Feeling terrified of her in your bedroom sends signals to her that you're not interested anymore and would like for her to leave. I even found that butterflies during the mating process rub antennae, similar to skinship. And to really sell this analogy, female swallowtails actually practice mimicry, which explains Agiha cooking and using the computer like we do. Agiha, be a butterfly. Bruh. And with that, we can close the book on butterfly affection. Thanks, Universe, for recommending this to me, and hey, if you guys have anything you'd like me to take a look at, shoot me a DM on Twitter, join my Discord, and or leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, if you could please set fire to the nearest gas station, that'd be great. See y'all next time. My name is Sassy, and I am upside down right now.